Hello, I'm Lisa Turner, and welcome to Unusual Answers to Everyday Questions. Channeled from my guides, No-1-Guide. No-1-Guide is a highly evolved stream of consciousness. They've never lived before, and they're not dead people. Now, I don't ask you to believe anything in this presentation. Just listen to the answers, and you decide if the information is useful to you.
Next question. One of the things I've recognized lately since my vision quest is that I do things to extremes. My ups and downs are extremes. My income is extreme. My weight has been extreme. I test myself and challenge myself completely out of reach sometimes. And I think about polarities and how necessary it is for us to be flexible to stretch ourselves. But I also know that just because I would go there doesn't mean I have to. That's where my disconnect is. What do I need to learn from my patterns and how I can use what is good about it to propel my success? And this is from Joanne. And Joanne, it is good that you go to extremes. There are few who go to extremes. Most people stay with a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of movement. And it is those of you who are willing to go to extremes to challenge yourself, to allow that level of discomfort and of comfort. It is those of you who would do this that are creating the most rapid and accelerated form and concept of growth and evolution on the planet at this time. And so what would be beneficial for you to know is that to allow yourself to choose, to recognize that you have choice, that you can go to a particular extreme or not. And you might say one day, yes. And another day you might say, no, thank you, not today. And recognize that it is a choice. There is no have to. There is no should. There is no wrong or right. Simply that it is a choice. And that extremes, it is in the edge, the beyond the comfort zone, where you expand your neurology, that growth occurs. And this is why you are growing and why you have grown so much, Joanne. We see in you the most phenomenal abilities, and abilities that we do not observe that you recognize within yourself currently. And when you recognize these, you will find it easier to go to extremes. At present, you go to the extreme and you feel you are unprepared. And yet somehow you manage, somehow you cope, because you always do. And that is because you have what you need, but what you do not always realize is that you have what you need. So our invitation would be for you to appreciate fully and understand completely just how spectacular you are. Just how many resources you have available to you right now, every minute of every day. There are things that you seem to choose to find difficult that you could actually find very easy because you have so many more resources than you are presently aware of. We have spoken.
You've been watching Unusual Answers to Everyday Questions. If you have a question for No-1-Guide, go to www.psychacademy.co.uk. Join our newsletter, email us, let us know what you think.